Hey students, welcome to another week of Wooddale Students Online. We are so glad that you are joining us to pull up a seat at the table with Micah and Tarmin. We're gonna learn a little bit more about their traditions, favorites, preferences of the Christmas season, but then also talk all about the Christmas story as well and how important it is for us to keep that at the center of everything we do. We're glad you're here. Pull up a seat.
Hit us with some
Hit you with the first question.
questiones.
All right, guys, my first question for you this Christmas season. What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I feel like there's so many options at Christmas.
There are. There's tons.
There's chocolate chip, the classic chocolate chip.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you. I'll go first.
Okay.
My favorite growing up all the time was called a Russian tea cake, I think. Mom, forgive me if I got that wrong. But it's basically a ball of dough, and then it's wrapped in it's covered in powdered sugar. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of dry, but it tastes great. I like it.
So is it different than like eating cookie dough straight from the wrapper?
Well, yeah, because it's baked.
Oh, okay.
So it's baked cookie dough.
Gotcha.
But it's like a ball.
Okay.
In powdered sugar. Yeah.
I guess, I just grew up making like the sugar cookies, cutouts, different shapes.
Yeah.
And then decorating them. So I guess sugar cookies with frosting?
Right.
Is that lame? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's mine as an adult now.
Yeah, obviously.
Cool. Did you guys have any family Christmas traditions growing up?
Ooh. Yeah, one of that I can remember is that we'd always have a family sleepover. So the house that I grew up in had a big fireplace, and all our family would be in the living room, sleeping on the floor together, and it was awesome. There was also like my dad snoring and like stuff like that, but I remember it. So, light more candles, you know?
There we go. Yeah, I think for me it was going over to my grandma's house. So we'd spend time here at Wooddale doing the Christmas Eve services. And then we'd go to my grandma's house in between the last dinner service and the 11 p.m. service. And we'd spend time with family, eat dinner, and then we would come back here for the 11 p.m. candlelight service.
Nice. Did your grandma make the dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, kind of. My grandpa did too.
Ooh.
So my grandpa was in charge of the summer sausage. Honey baked ham made the ham, but we warmed it up. But everything else, yes, was made by my grandma.
Grandmas are the best.
Yes.
When you guys were in, K through 12, did you have a favorite gift that you received that's at the top of the list?
Man.
Yeah. Yep. So I talked about mine a couple weeks ago in the G.I. Joe battle station, but I did have another one, and that other one was Castle Grayskull from the He-Man series. So I had all the He-Man action figures, and I got Castle Grayskull where He-Man lived, and it was like this big thing, and man, I was so happy that day.
Do you still have them?
No, I think we did throw it out. I think we cleaned it out. Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Wow. I never like saying mine because I feel like I'm just one-upping everyone. But one year I got a pony.
You literally got
Yeah, I literally got a pony. So my family showed horses, and so I got a pony named Misty. And she was awesome. Yeah, she was a rock star. She was fast. She was little, but she was fast. So,
Though she be little, she be fast.
That's what they say.
Yeah, you lived every kid's dream.
Yeah, exactly. So beat that.
There you go.
All right, guys, real talk though, when you receive a present that you don't really like, are you honest about it or do you pretend to love it?
Yeah, I hate conflict. So when Grandma gives me her knitted whatevers, I keep them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma, but they stay in my closet.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I will pretend to like it. It'll never see the light of day.
Yeah.
After that day.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because really, it's all about the thought. Like,
Right.
They had good heart behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just fake it.
Yeah.
And then we hide it.
Wait, so what I gave you last year?
Next question.
All right. Do you guys enjoy receiving gifts or giving gifts more?
Ooh. I like giving gifts simply because I like to see the reaction. But apparently now I know the reaction is sometimes not accurate. But at the same time, I like giving. It's fun. Yeah.
You can rip me for that. You said the same thing. Man, I don't know. I'm not much of a gift guy, if I'm honest about it. So, like, I love gifts like that are meaningful. So I guess I love receiving those, like, you know, homemade stuff or whatever, that has had some thought. But I don't give a lot of gifts, unfortunately. I just, it's a weird thing for me.
So I'm not giving you my Christmas list.
I mean, you can give it to me.
Sweet. Good to know.
The expectations should be low.
Right.
Deal.
Well, knowing that the true gift of Christmas time is the birth of Jesus, do you guys have a favorite part of the Christmas story that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, I just love the idea of Emmanuel, God being with us. Because oftentimes it's so easy to think of God as being so distant and far away and disconnected, but just being reminded of the nearness of God, that he actually became flesh and blood, dealt with the same temptations that we do, dealt with anxiety, dealt with fear, just makes God so much more real and relatable. And so celebrating Christmas around that is pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, and I think for me, it's just the way Jesus came, right? He came in a stable to a poor family. Like, he didn't come with all this pomp and circumstance, but he came in a way that nobody was really expecting, and kind of blew all of our minds, right? And made it so we had to actually like believe in him, right? Because if there was big pomp and circumstance, it would be easy to believe in him. But when he comes to a poor family in a stable, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So,
It just shows that he came for everyone, like
Right.
from the rich to the poor, the
Right.
nobodies to the famous. Like, how cool
absolutely.
is that?
Yeah, it's just that's always been my favorite.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. So kind of a twofold question. How do you keep the true meaning of Christmas? And how do you make sure that Christmas is really about Jesus?
Yeah, I think it's so easy to get in the routine of Christmas, like going to church, singing the carols, all that stuff. But just to be reminded each day, like, just because we celebrate Christmas on one day, it doesn't mean that we don't celebrate Christmas all year round.
Right.
This idea that God became flesh is an everyday kind of lifestyle, living with Christ, living in the reality that Jesus draws near to us.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just it's how I start the Christmas season. So I have a song, "Oh Holy Night." It's my favorite Christmas carol, and that's the one that I listen to. So when Christmas time for me is going to begin, that is the first song that I play on my list, and I listen to it, and I may or may not sing along with it. I do, but yeah, I mean, that's just my way. And between that and listening to one of my favorite artists read Luke 2, the Christmas story, is the way I get this Christmas season started to keep me focused on what it's all about.
Like, you have traditions, but it's like you're not in just the routine of it. Like, it
Right.
has meaning and depth.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
My last question for you guys is how, especially during this season and all that this year has brought, how can we be sharing the love of Christ, but then also this Christmas story with our friends during this season?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to the Emmanuel, God with us, that in this time where there's a lot of loneliness, a lot of separation, being disconnected, like having a God who is near each and every minute of every day is powerful, and reminding them of that hope.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of my tangible way is not making all of the conversations around what gifts did you get, right? Did you get the new Xbox? Did you get the new PlayStation? You know, but what does Christmas really mean for you? And kind of weaving that into your conversations. You know, that it's not about, you know, yes, I got this, but I also went to church on Christmas Eve, or we also did something to just kind of weave in that faith aspect of it and what Christmas is all about.
Sweet.
All right. Well, that was a couple questions for us, and we hope you enjoyed it. And we look forward to seeing you again in January.
I do have one more question.
One more. Oh,
Can you sing "O Holy Night" for us? Leave us with "O Holy Night."
well, let me clear my throat then. I don't know if I can sing the whole thing, but I'll give you something. I'm gonna do it.
This is one-time exclusive content right
The
here.
only time you're gonna see it, y'all. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. That's it. That's all you got.
Wow.
There you are.
Who knew?
I had to close my eyes because I had to think.
Some say he's the songbird of our generation.
Micah, do you have a song for us?
I don't.
All right.
No. I can't beat that.
That was really. I started off way too high, by the way.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
fine.
holy night, the stars are brightly shining